be an MVP. The ability to take one game off OG. They've done so. Can they wrap it up 2-0? Is it possible with this draft? The panel doesn't seem to have that much faith in OG.
I like the opposite here. They really don't have the typical roamers on crit to actually touch him, steal jumpable stacks. So I think MVP, this is the lineup that maybe not they're used to the whole entire time, but it's definitely good worse than what OG has.
Man, I can't wait to see it going down on the map right now. Seeing an OD in action once again. We were lucky enough to get him once, I think, during the group stage. It is all about a whole new time. See how the presence of crit is able to be on the map, as Panel was also saying. It's a lot more of a passive kind of support for him as opposed to that big action-making Naga. But he's already getting two very early wards down. They're able to watch the camps on the top. They're watching the mid lane, and OG. Can you even turn this into a farm game? You can't keep the Alchemist in check, but normally the best way to bring an Alchemist down is one, control runes, and two, keep ganking him in the mid. Is this even possible with OG's lineup?
They don't really have a good setup with the OD. The last time they ran to OD, I believe they had a Mirana in their lineup, so this way they could just have one hero in the middle lane and have a ton of kill potential. This time, like, you really want to combo with a Naga and or an Oracle, there doesn't really seem to be that synergy that they had last time with the OD. On top of that, last time they played OD, they also had a Drow Ranger, so you could ensure that mid lane would be an easy time for Miracle.
But this time they don't have that, so Miracle will just have to rely on all of his skill to try and win a lane, which just looks like he shouldn't be winning it up against Q-Road, because normally Q-Road is just like, hey, I just got a bounty rune and lane is one, right? So just move on from there.
It really depends on the Naga. I think Crit is the most important hero on OG, at least in the first 15 minutes. He sets up the framework, he can slow down the Alchemist, he can make sure that OG has a good time, but if he doesn't, if OG are too passive, if they miss on a few of the rotations, if they don't scan out the stacks, then I think the Alchemist is just going to control this game, and you could easily turn Mirana into a core by pulling her an Ags, and I think she's one of the heroes that you wouldn't really mind pulling an Ag very early on.
Note the lane switch up, so the Venomancer will be brought into the middle lane to go up against the OD as well as the Naga, and the pushing Q-Road to the safe lane on the Alchemist. So they really want to make sure he's able to get that early farm.
MP already had a good block though. His range creep is dead, so even though there are two heroes in OG's the lane, it is going to go towards the MVP side very soon.
The top lane really meant to work for Rev. Like, he's already, like, he got bursted down by Fortune's and time walking off and now down to half-life. How's his Faceless Void meant to deal with the dual safe lane?
Make sure you buy lots of regen. Generally, with Faceless Void, you can Iron Talon, but doesn't really seem to be the flavor for either of these two teams. Just make sure that the supports are there, know exactly what they're up to. And we already see Crit stacking up a few of the camps for Moon, and let's see if MVP are doing the same. Looks like Febby just arrowing large creeps, so he's stacking, but they're not full camps for Alchemist.
Fortune then again going to force for Rev just a little bit further back on the lane. Still got the PMS, plus tangos and salves, so a lot more consumables left for him to do his thing. Rune's been getting a decent amount off this bot lane, just timing on the pull a little bit. But he won't, oh no, he actually did manage to still bring one hell of arrow, but the Dubu's there to intercept it. Middle lane, arrow, well off target. Very well off target.
Maybe he didn't expect MP to run that way, but he was getting blocked by Crit, so he didn't really have a choice. MP Salve gets knocked off, and he's out of regen for some time to come. Chicken's all the way back in base.
Yeah, it's actually bringing out a Fairy Fire as well as a Salve to him to make up for that. This will make Miracle a lot happier.
Let's see what a 2-minute rune goes. A little bit of an important case given the Alchemist in this game, but Alchemist not interested in want to see those runes.
Loaded to the gills.
Yes, Febby's just up here to steal Centaur. Once he finishes up the Arcane Boots, then this Naga, this Mirana's gonna be roaming absolutely everywhere, looking for arrows everywhere.
I wonder if he's gonna scout out the stacks or what on Febby. He's like kind of geared up towards the mid lane, maybe looking for a chicken snipe.
The Metamorphosis is being triggered by No Town. It's that time to add some pressure towards the tier 1 tower for some kind of reaction out from MVP. But MVP may even just let that tower go down. Creep waves coming in now forever. He's just have to let it take damage.
And Crit's going in deep into the Radiant jungle. Drops a Sentry Ward. It will be out of range of Radiant.
Lost for the arrow. Will connect from Febby. Dubu's got stun and wave of terror available as well. So there's your stun. He's looking for a mirror image. He was actually hoping to dodge the magic missiles, but unable to do so. This will help Febby, and yep, he'll take the first blood.
It was ours all along.
Nice catch by MVP on the point with the arrows. That'd be playing very well in this series.
Piranha also one of the most successful heroes throughout this tournament.
So we see QO with the early win based on the Alchemist. That's a strange build. It's usually just quelling Iron Talon optional with Soul Ring and Armlet and a Radiance, but
I would say like to run from bottom lane to bottom rune quicker.
People get phase boost on Medusa to speed up the farming. Like getting more move speed so you can farm faster is definitely a thing, especially when you consider people picking up Yasha all the time. I don't know if it's worth it. It looks like he's actually going to skip over the Soul Ring.
Dead armor that up.
Yeah, they need to start stacking the Ancients though. OG are maybe expecting it with the Observer Ward on the high ground, but I don't see any stacks on MVP's left side of the map.
I wonder if the Venom Mans could even do that. Time it with the attack of the Plague Ward.
Oh yeah, he could easily do it. If you don't have your Plague Ward auto attack, you can easily micro it.
Moon's about to take his first stack of the game. So he's trying to get that flash farm into the barrel, how to get the drums completed. Very important as well with Moon goes to this kind of circle. Have progression from drums into that Blink Dagger. Needs to have himself a very good game. A very powerful start compared to our last game. This is very, very slow compared to our last game.
MVP have shown that they've run different multiple styles, especially during the group stage, but a lot of it was not met with success. Bebby narrowly misses an arrow in the mid lane, and yeah, it's a different pace for them, but sometimes I think they just make a crucial mistake just because they are super comfortable with the playstyle. The last game, they know how to fight as 5 all the time, all game long.
Top lane for Rev. They're trying to bait out his time walk so they can lock him in and fly distance with Nuke. Hits the Fortune's End, but Faceless Void's already away. A couple of stick charges up his sleeve as well. And crit and snap. Perev doesn't actually have time walk away with the range damage of No-Tell. They're going to reach in 1 second. Wasn't even that, it was like a fraction of a second.
Very nice positioning by Crit, and now the tower pushing starts with the meta and the Basilius at the ready. And they're desperately trying to defend it. Vengeful Spirit trying to come in with a wave to slow down this push, but Glyph is down. This tower is simply dead.
They burned that Glyph very early on, back when No-Tell first triggered that Metamorphosis of his. It's a good for OG, some extra money coming their way. It actually puts them back in the lead of the net worth. Obviously, that's a very hard lead to hold on to when you've got an Alchemist who's now taking stacks inside the Radiant jungle. So he's very lucky because he got the Mud Golems too.
And Satyrs. Satyrs are pretty good. Those Centaur camps.
More units, the better.
Oh, not that much stacking on the left side of the map. Surpriser's like not a Plague Ward up there. You know, Dubu's not really around there. Maybe he might get it with a wave, but it doesn't look like he's even going towards the stack. That's what Alchemist is meant to do. And you see Kyo trying to stack up with Acid Spray, but just a little bit too late. And they're not well oiled in this sort of game.
Still at the same time, we were saying like early on, OG need to do something about the Alch, need to be doing something about the rest of the lanes of MVP, but
we see an early smoke from Crit. They want to do that. They have 2 observer wards on him. They typically do this like 4 to 7 minutes, I would say.
Well, they're going to find the time to gank up mid. What they may not realize is the Alchemist is in the neighborhood. And Crit, well, there's your ensnare, moving to MP, Dubu. Arrow flies forward, missed absolutely everything, but Miracle's already so low. Defensive Imprisonment will allow him to survive a little bit longer. MP locked in, now the corner! It hits 3 heroes! Forever will come back out, but he got more of his teammates than he did the enemy. He still may have enough damage. With Alchemist 2 arriving, there'll be a 3 for 3 trade-off. Moon will come in too, lassoing back the chemically raged up Alchemist. He won't really achieve that much with this, maybe a couple of sticky napalm stacks, but that's all. And for Rev, well, the chrono not working perfectly for him, but still an even trade.
Nice that QO was there. He actually picked up a double kill. And a nice stun coming out on Miracle. They saw the Vengeful Spirit there. Maybe they thought it was an illusion with the way that she was playing, but nice. I don't even know if I want to call it that. The Spirit coming out, but then they just get destroyed by this thing in the clips.
Had some good damage from either side, and maybe next chrono. Boy catching teammates back to live.
So now they're finally starting the stacking game. Dubu tries to stack up, but there's already an Observer Ward there. They're much too late to stack in the stacking game, and Kyo's gonna have to fend for himself, but he's still on pace for a pretty quick Armlet Radiance.
Amazing how much space he can get on bottom lane. Dubu should have seen that ward going down from Crit. MP, a little bit too far out from mid lane, we need a little bit of help. Wave of Terror won't be enough. You need to swap the Stun on Moon, keeping him back, but not back far enough. Damage on Fly is just too high. 3 levels up to that Purifying Flames. They kept the kill on the mid. You're still having Forev getting a lot of CS up on the top. The Alchemist continues to farm as well. Already finished up that armlet and up to another 1200.
I don't think the Venomancer should feel this vulnerable in the mid lane. Like, the wards aren't really scouting out properly.
Another wayward arrow from Febby. Hotel keeps the push going. MVP, they're bringing in support.
They need to defend this tower. This is...
Oh, they need to keep Febby alive. Moon can just go straight for the last boom. The Duke easily there. Miracle with the extra orb damage, finding these kills. Noji very happy to use ability after ability. This is one of those other combinations they had during their last OD game, was running the Oracle with it, and he can just keep purifying, flaming, and getting cracked on the Essence Aura. So it's never-ending mana for the Oracle.
And they have no reason to stop right now. They know that Alchemist still needs a few more minutes. He's doing a good job attacking farming going jungle. Moon will find him out.
And Kiro's got the Chemical Rage and run away from this. And then the arrow, okay, maybe Moon, a little bit too deep. Concoction prepares as well. It's a good 5 seconds. Now Kiro, okay, you still got the vision. You still hit Moon. But he knew there wasn't enough damage to find a kill there.
Losing that tower, though, it's terribly important for the Alchemist. Like, he needs those to farm those camps safely, and now he's quite vulnerable.
They're coming over. OD is the most obvious target. Leap forward. No! Forever! Well, the arrows are being off. The first Chrono caught 3 teammates, and now that one, well, it captures the air. Gale from MP, he does find no talent a little bit too deep with the Moonlight Shadow already up. Maybe they can salvage this situation. MVP looking for the time lock with the Magic Missile. They'll help the Rev to get the last hit before Febby's arrow would have ensured it. But the Chrono is not completely in vain. They do bring down the Terrorblade. OG is now preparing to attack the bottom tower.
This is good though, I think killing the Terrorblade. Even better than the OD.
It seemed to be the effect anyway. Moon dragging Febby back up the tier 1 tower, a leap away for the time dilation, leaving Moon low. But he's keeping MVP's attention towards the mid, allowing OG to keep the pressure on the bottom tier 1. And they're still not ready to fight an MVP. The sweet timing for them is getting that Radiance over on the Alchemist. Still need to cut the tree line too to do that farming efficiently. What Kuro has now just done.
Gonna be on par for 12-13 minute Radiance, and I don't know though, losing all 3 of your key ones by the time that happens is certainly not ideal, and MP is very under par.
That's the reason why you got an Alchemist, right?
He is, look at his net worth, he's 3rd from the bottom. Yeah, I mean, you do have Alchemist to make it for, but
just give an Aghanim set down the road, he'll be fine.
You want him to have the basics, he doesn't even have the basics.
It's definitely not been a fun game for MP, but as we were saying, and the panel was saying during the draft, OG, their primary problem is still going to be that Alchemist. How do you keep him in check? An easy way is just being a lot stronger than that. Dragonlance is completing the Motel once the Courier brings it back, and they start up on Roshan.
Not really anything for MVP. They don't have the turn available, not the ratings. This pretty much means that Kuro will get his ratings and pretty much the ideal timing for him. He's fighting a lot, but those 2 kills to make things up.
Nice life there, Crit. Life is bringing it back up at the moment. 5 players from OG, so just under 12 minutes, they're able to claim Roshan. And the Aegis Immortal into the hands of the OD. And the ping's coming out for MP. Yeah, he knows he's too far out. But he needed some kind of space to try and complete up this Veil, which looks to be his first item of purchase.
I wonder how early you pull him to Ags this game. You certainly want him to be relevant, and without an Ags, I don't think he's going to be useful at all, especially with an Oracle in the back lane. With the BT, they're going to be able to nullify most of his damage. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you just go all in on Alchemist, just give him his normal Manta, auto-terrain bots, and then go from there.
Maybe the better choice.
Yeah. Shiva's is pretty useful though. Shiva's is really good versus Terrorblade. Gives you a lot of int versus the OD too, so maybe you can get that before the Ags.
Moonlight Shadow being triggered up by Mirana. They're not certain what OG is up to, even though they understand there's a couple of players hovering around mid. Do expect this though when the tier 1 towers on both the mid and the bot lane are lost from Radiant side. And OG in fact are grouping up to look to the bottom tier 2. Practically their entire lineup. The Alchemist does have the Radiance, is coming on the Courier now. Kuro doesn't have the life to fight, however. Even if he wants to Chemical Rage and jump down to that bottom lane, Oh, okay, they are. They're going to be forced into it. The swap, the stun, not the perfect timing. There's actually the gap. Yes, the corner was perfect. Miracle and Moon called for crit. Stops the fun. The arrow will fly through, but it's still not enough. Fly brings him out. Fall from it on Miracle and waits for the Eclipse to connect. It won't actually do anything. They don't even need it. The damage is just too much. Even back behind the tier 2 tower, they're willing to fight. Concoction prepared by QO. Flies forward, only hits on No Tail. No Tail still got that saving grace of Sunder up his sleeve. And MVP not finding that sweet spot, that nice initiation.
And the ace is the Naga Siren support, just in the perfect position to stop that, and then nice place to slide to, saving a Miracle and Moon at the same time. Not even have to expend the Aegis for this.
Perfect fight for OG. Two hero kills, MVP backs up, and then you take a tier 2 tower.
I always thought it'd be interesting if they had like hero-specific interactions in the game, like Alchemist plus, I don't know, he's like, you can add some nastiness to his poison, or standing to the clips on like Ogre, he's like too stupid, so it does double damage.
That makes sense more with a Bat Rider and Alina together. Sticky Napalm should actually work with all fire damage. Bat Rider, no, egg lucky time lock for Ferrer. Moon, very early triggering that drum charge, just in case. Doesn't have vision on the hillside. In fact, that all belongs to MVP with the Obs and Sentry down, but OG don't seem really to care. They're grouping up for the mid. Metamorphosis is off cooldown, so now wishes. Yeah, and he will. Triggers it. QO with the Astray and Wave of Terror. A lot of negative armor on that Terrorblade. They drop down the half-life. That's why Fly is there right behind the lines to keep giving the extra regeneration to the Terrorblade.
It's a big problem for MVP that the knows the Cinder farm, because he's the one that's supposed to be defending the towers. They don't want QO here at this fight. Like, they want him to be, like, farming somewhere, like, farming, yeah. Their net worth is, like, very even at this point. Alchemist needs to be... Alchemist's team, rather, needs to be, like, 4 or 5 thousand ahead, but he has to be the front line.
Lasso, he catches Ferev. Now Ferev just gets swapped out. He's got to leap into a Chronosphere now, in fact. And he'll find 3 heroes. Zertal combining with a Concoction and Wave of Terror, but Fly, he still kept the life going into Zertal. 3 generation was too much. They do find the kill over on Miracle, but thanks to Aegis Immortal, it'll come straight back up. Duo mopping up the pieces of the initiation of OG. And OG, in fact, okay. Maybe not the greatest time. Miracle.
Visitors to the outer door.
Commitment is real, the Vengeful Spirit pops.
Maybe they thought that the Naga Siren ultimate had cooled down at that point, but it was still 50 seconds off cooldown. She is not level 11 yet, but maybe also they just wanted to make good use of the Aegis. They did get the T2 at the end of the day, but Vengeful Spirit with a very quick swap of the lasso will ensure the MVP had the upper hand in that team fight.
You were waiting for a long time too, like the fact that they started that push in the mid lane and the Firefly was on cooldown for 10 seconds when they first hit that tier 2 tower. It took them forever. In fact, to wait and go, okay, we had an opening. They should have an opening on the Alchemist if only Firefly came off cooldown 2 seconds earlier.
You were trying to make a Ferev joke?
I was not making a Ferev joke, but intentionally at least. But this gives MVP some space to balance again now, so we can watch this initiation once again.
So, instant swap comes out after the lasso and a great Chronosphere. Like, look at Crit. He has 48 seconds of cooldown on his Naga Siren. He just, like, kind of runs in there, hoping that they won't kill anyone else, and gives away a life of his own.
They really just, like, walked all over him, or he walked all over them and not quite happy for it.
It was a strange team fight from OG.
A small opportunity. They gave one to MVP in game 1. The MVP ended up taking another team fight in the top racks off it.
The caveman mentality is rubbed off on OG. Well, QO is... He's almost doubling up the Terrorblade at this point. And the axe pulling can come soon, if you like. Pretty much any time for him. OG smoked up in the mid, looking for something. I don't know, everyone's behind the Alchemist. They do have the faces Void up, but...
With a 3-man, 4-man smoke of OG, they can wrap around from behind.
The only reason I don't like this is because
there.
the Naga's position might be compromised.
Oh, the Firefly?
The reward. Here they go.
Yeah, the Observer Ward's up. Now Dubu's can actually break the smoke. Ferev jumps in. Chrono's here. Will trigger her straight away. Now isolate Miracle. Dubu's still alive. He's caught the edge of the Chrono, which means he will die in the middle of that time vortex. That Naga also low on life. QO is looking for the opening. And MVP, they're split to 3 different ways. There's MPU's on the run, but thanks to Moonlight Shadow, they'll get to go invis. The dust is on him. And now that will actually dissipate, but so does the Moonlight Shadow. They've got stuns, they've got ways to fight him. So the Venomancer accepts his fate, triggers the ultimate, at least keeps OG low.
They didn't even need the Nagasaren ultimate for that fight. F stalled the Nagasaren, but she was not really close to anyone and decided to go for a solo ult on Miracle. And Q was like, screw this, I'm out.
We'll take that.
Pretty.
Moon realizes also the low mana is still there for Febby, but he's waiting for a good time to initiate. Comes in close, means if Febby wants to blink, if like actually leap himself away, Moon can blink along with him with the drum charge too. Febby, yeah, he knows it too. So there's your leap away. Oh, he started his TP and cancelled it. Maybe accepting his fate. Flame Break would have stopped it anyway.
You also think about the wrong 3 points. He could have TP'd the CSC, but maybe.
Tries to stick around and blast it in the tower. The catapult will do it. You'll time walk into the river. But the problem is he can't get out of there. Lost too much mana. Dubu will swap him up. And that'll be the saving grace. In the meantime, OG just enjoying. He's actually got 44 stolen intelligence at the moment, so he hits like a truck. Make it 52 and Crit with a Song of the Siren. They gather around QO, and ceremoniously they will execute this alchemist. Even with the chemical rage, they flame break him back. QO does not have the life to survive this. And that's the double kill for Miracle. No Chronosphere available, no alchemist unless he wants to buy back. And they're going to rotate to the top lane. Creep Wave's still a long way up, so OG will only take the tier 2 tower from that kill.
I like the MVP gameplay before where they were just trying to stall a little bit and then just get Alchemist nice and huge. Like OG are wasting a lot of time trying to be together as 5 and take down objectives, and there's not that many towers left for OG to take. So if they have to make a long trek to take this T2 out, you need to get something else out of it. And feeding OD 2 kills is not the way to go about it, especially when Roshan's going to respawn. But fortunately for MVP, it's almost a full 3-minute respawn.
And OG actually have the ability to look towards the tier 3 towers. Double Dragon Lance has been done, and the start of what I believe is going to be the Hurricane fight for OD is also on the way.
Really good at dealing with Void. I think Void's he's getting a blink, but still the fights are going to be very difficult for him. You want to catch the Oracle, you want to catch the Naga Siren, but their positioning has been pretty decent so far.
They do have an upside with Febby. There's something we've seen from a lot of the support Maranas, the ability to get a very early Aghanim Scepter. This one's probably a little later than what we've seen.
20 minutes is really good.
20 minutes is still good. Just that MVP game we saw on the first day of group stages, outloaded by Veno. What we saw a 12-minute and 13-minute and 18-minute Aghanim Scepter.
For outliers, Toby.
They were crazy times. Rev? Well, potential leap forward into a Bat Rider. They have an Observe Ward on the hill, so they knew they were up against. Looking for a better situation to fight, a better Chronosphere.
OG picking up an early gem again. Time on the Naga Siren, a much safer carrier than the Bat Rider of last game.
Good way to get that vision during the team fights with the illusions completely spread out. And MVP only now just really finding like the Moran or Ags to deal with that.
Now they realize there's a gem and trying to fight in the area that they have an Observer Ward in and maybe keep their blink a secret. I don't think they've scouted out for it with that Observer Ward, and
both the Obs of OG were like on either side of this 3-man smoke of MVP.
They're trying to do the very long smoke though. Not even going into the river, trying to wrap around the Roshan pit on the right side where OG won't expect it. They're expecting it to come up through the rune.
The smoke lasts long enough? It's only got another maybe like 5-6 seconds left on it.
Nope.
They'll be able to slip themselves over to Roshan, but he's still not up yet.
They need smoke to get the jump up because of all these illusions. Not only Naga illusions, but also the Terrorblade can scout out, and now OG smoke at a possibly better time for them. And Bora's already sitting inside the pit though.
Air flies forward, doesn't hit any heroes. Oh no, again! forever, nothing more for Chrono. He'll have to get himself away. They imprison over on the Alchemist. Now lassoing back QO. The Chemical Rage again not being enough to deal with its OG damage. The Vengeful Spirit was attempting a save that loses his life along with his core. And now this means OG can easily take the freshly spawned Roshan. This is a very, very one-sided fight. Another one for OG.
That's an air. MCU take Faceless Void next game.
Maybe they just hope the Darkseid doesn't get banned out within the first two, like OG did to them in this game. No easy setups. Very difficult to hit that perfect Chrono time.
They can
just see it again. That you thought you had the opening, but the Force Staff. Hurricane Pike from Miracle just too quick.
They could have even gone for more with the Naga Siren sleep. They're lucky that they didn't lose 4.
OG, they're moving up to the top lane. That Dire Observer Ward would have seen the courier going up for a shop. Actually, not even doing that. It's sending a TP scroll to Febby, who's pushing out the top lane. This does stop OG from taking that remaining last out of tower of MVPs.
I wonder if you move Faceless Void lower on the axis because of this.
Where you push the Venomancer up, at least the Venom's got Veil and almost completed his Force Staff.
I think even
But he's still the okay, yeah, double BS.
Even Mirana. Then Mirana can sell her bags.
And by what? Maelstrom into something else?
Sure, why not?
Any kind of clearance will do.
And then you can bring the Alchemist in.
You just get the Aghanim's over on the Chronosphere. 60-second cooldown. You always got it.
Having a lot of faith in your teammate.
That's, well, in a way yes, in a way no. It means you got more Chronos to throw. Every Chrono you don't throw, you don't catch a person in.
Or for Ev, it's the case even if he does throw him out.
Well, for now, you got Hero being more selfish. He finishes up his Octarine core. You got most of what you need for the Alchemist to do his split push. It's the BTs, the Mantra, and the Octarine with the Radiance you're searching for. That keeps OG's line back all the time and creates more time for MVP to build up some kind of net worth or opportunity against OG. Blink Lasso, they found Dubu, and well, he'll hope for a swap target with a stun on Miracle. He's actually got one. The Moonlight Shadow also protecting him, but no, the Batrider Flame Break team timeout was going to be enough, and this time for Rev. Easy there, Chronos will hold the game. Quick DC from the Mirana, but Miracle, with a self-imprisonment, was the easiest Chronosphere of his life.
Definitely did.
Yeah, there's no doubt. His Hurricane Pike's still on cooldown for another 3 seconds. So, it's a simple swipe. Impending doom. More than one Alchemist ready to kill the Miracle.
Yeah, that was a much better Chrono. Yeah, he like caught Miracle near the edge. Alchemist lovely. Ogre buddy takes him down.
Yeah. And with that OD going down, it'll be down for a while. That's actually a big kill streak too. Didn't realize again, like Miracle, he hardly died in the last game and had tons of kills. Now he's 8-1-7 on this OD. It seems to be a walk in the park without a Drow Ranger aura and without the extra Mirana helping arrows. These things just aren't there, and yet Miracle still has such a good game.
I wonder what value they see in the OD that a lot of the other teams don't, because they're, I think, the only team that picked them.
Do we then look more towards like the Oracle with his sustain? Like
it's alright.
Like the start of the fight, like he's putting like 5-6 purifying flames on his teammates, and they engage, and then the heal just kicks in.
But what about the one fight that Oracle dies? Then you have an OD.
Yeah.
The aura is not really that useful. He doesn't have DKB. I don't know. It seems risky. Like right now, he was having a pretty good game, but look how easily he died in a well-placed Chronosphere.
And maybe that's also the other scary point. Realizing that MVP, the damage is starting to build and build and build. And if this game keeps going longer, is there then a clock? Do we start a clock for OG? Like they got the 2 Dragon Lances very early on, really good for Terrorblade, as well as the OG to attack high ground. He's terrible at that. We'll come back in. What a surprise! Miracle is dead. Back inside the game. We have resumed.
I think there's more of a timeline on OG because like they mess up, like the Veno will actually do a lot of damage with Veil and ult. He's had a terrible game thus far, but all it takes is one good fight and the Oracle dying, and they can't recover from Venom ulti, and then you have the Radiance burn on top of the Venom ulti with a Veil, and everyone's going to tick down. Like, Terribly does not have that much HP Pathfinder. Like, they don't have any BKBs inside of OG, nor do they have a pipe, so they're really reliant on the Oracle to heal up, and that's only one hero that we're talking about.
Maybe it's a different aspect you can look at for OG. It's the ability to find the initiation. Naga Song used aggressively as opposed to defensively, or just to reset the fight. And the pressure then being applied towards Moon. Moon's had a pretty good game so far. Blink, Force, Ether Lens, like kind of everything you want on Batrider, just shy of a BKB on him. Maybe they can find that first kill, which lets them go high ground, but then it's up to MVP. Like, you have Fireback, you got Acid Spray, you've got Starfall now on the back of a Blink Dagger that's be purchased. So you get a very quick AoE nuke coming in from the Mirana with a double Starfall.
It'd be way better if, like, they had a Naga on MVP team. Like, OG, what are they going to set up the Naga season into? I don't think we're going to see any top plays from this game. There's not going to be, like, a song into center burrow strike like we saw earlier. There's just... OG needs a lot of time to get into the game orb at the end, and then hit with a big Sandy's Eclipse. You can't lead off with it, and then even then MVP will be able to buy BKBs soon with a piece of this game.
I'd say their advantage, the fact that QO could survive for so long, would give OG time to pull up those Arcane Ults, but QO has just been exploding in this OG lineup.
Maybe you keep him alive.
Just let him stand there and let OG hold him. Down now with the Skadi completed, Aegis the Immortal. Looks like time for a push. He's still got Metamorphosis up his sleeve. Baby's trying to push in the mid lane. The bottom lane's being pushed in by QO, so the other lane's looking good for MVP. But the top lane is the primary one, and actually OG, yep, they will continue. They're bringing all 5 in. Now the Metamorphosis to go. Fortification up for MVP. Rev starts the time dilation on the Terrorblade. Slow him down. Fox prepares as well for QO. They're just trying to get rid of these illusions. Rev with the Moonlight Shadow also hoping for an opening. Bevy blinks it with a double Starfall. No time takes a lot of damage early. Now Rev, it's a triple chrono on the back line. The Song of the Siren will help reset this fight, however. They'll group up, and then they just bail out. Vengeful Spirit swapping a nice old Crit. MP, maybe has he got enough time with the last two? They drag Jubu back, but Crit, he's almost going to die. In fact, he's so low on life, he will tick down to the Venomancer. Aegis the Immortal will bring No-Tail back to life. The defense is real from MVP, and this OG gained the first taste of MVP's fight. They may not have actually stopped it yet. No-Tail getting caught out by the Kokosh. He couldn't dodge with the man style. And that's going to be the Terrorblade dying twice over an MVP. Not only do they hold their top lane, they keep their tower at half-life.
The high ground defense of Venomancer, he already had wards placed down at the start of the fight, and Oracle couldn't even heal everyone after that, and they had kind of just traded Chronosphere for the Song of the Siren, which is ideal for OG, but despite the Aegis, there's just too much magic damage from MVP. It's, I think, suicide to push high ground without a pipe.
They need time to build that one up, but who's going to grab it? Like right now, Oracle is finishing up what looks to be an Aghanim Scepter on himself.
Maybe Batrider, I would say. Like, maybe instead of the Aether Lens, he could have built one, but yeah, they're lacking in the defense department right now.
Is this also Naga as well building an? Are we looking at double Ags?
Oh yeah, the Ags on Naga is actually a good one. I haven't really seen it too often, but they do need a way to heal up from the Venomancer ulti. However, the problem is if they use Chrono to start a fight and they use Song of the Siren to start a fight, you're not going to be healing anyone. So it's just a very difficult ultimate to execute, and on top of that, you have to farm 3,000 gold.
Yeah. MVP support won't have to worry about that one. The 6-slotted Alchemist just got completed. He can still upgrade his BTs and get a Moonshot, but everything else will be going into the Aghanim Scepters. And now with the effect we've seen from MP in the fights, the Aghanim Scepter looks like it will go his way. And like you lose one bad high ground push, and already OG down to the same amount of towers. The tier 2 days are very, very shortly numbered. They're going to be set down to the same amount of towers as MVP.
Looking to fight now. There's still 20 seconds left on Chronosphere. OG.
They're onto the open sentry, however. They'll get rid of it quickly.
They also don't have Aegis this time.
The TP is coming forward. Bring No-Tail to the fight. No Aegis, no Metamorphosis. On cooldown for 16 seconds. Moonlight Shadow can allow MVP to come in closer. The Observer Ward, however, from OG very clearly saw this happen. They still want to fight around at least the extra armor that this tier 2 tower provides. They're scanning to see if MVP are moving forward, which is not the case.
MVP could win the game with this fight, though. This one fight is very crucial for them.
I'll see if
OG are at their weakest.
He just needs the initiation, however, and then maybe they can hold this fight. Kuro's already triggered his chemical rage. And OD, okay, caught inside the chronosphere. Song of the Siren comes out from Grit. They're trying to keep Miracle alive, but the Starfall is slowly killing him off. He has the Hurricane fighting across the way. Forever ready to take the time to bring him down. OD, 9 ulting. Miracle can stand his ground and try and find this one. Same with Dota. He's actually got Thunder Revival. Needs the hero to trigger this. Oh, he's got an overall for Rev, who time walks away the damage. Now Dota can go big. Slowing down Nubu. They move to QO. The last Nubu remove the hold there. OD, this is going to be the fight for them. 3 heroes. They're going to bring them all down. They need another one for Rev to time walk away. The Dire Observer Ward sees Febby down inside the river. He's just stopped. And now he'll blink up, looking for the kill. He almost found it on the Oracle, but the OG Vision let them prepare for it. And Febby's on the run, but the Eclipse drops from Miracle. 4 heroes lost for MVP.
What a disastrous Chronosphere from Forev. He only got the OD, and they have Reserve one of the high ground the whole entire time. And it looked like Forev hoping for a lucky bash to kill the Terrorblade before he ulted, but he just gave him a free target to Thunder.
And here it is again, so the Chronosphere comes out.
Maybe he thought that Naga was a real Naga, from what it looks like, perhaps, but...
It would have been suicide to send in both your OD as well as your Naga into such a clustered area as that tree line.
Yeah, no tell. Doing most of the damage.
Oh, they're fighting. We're coming back live right now as OG starts knocking on the door of MVP bot lane. They still look to force the issue. Mirana's up in 12 seconds, Alchemist in 5. So it's damage to a tier 3 tower. So they probably, well, maybe with the illusions they can complete this. They're trying to Gale, Divas, that tier 3 tower can be denied.
OG maybe looking back to take down the recently respawned Roshan, this time with the cheese.
Yeah.
You can even give both OD at this point.
Third Roshan for OG seems easy, but then again, MVP. They're approaching a position where they will try and contest this. They won't have easy buybacks. Kuro is still short of money. He actually bought the 3 1Ks. So he's trying to finish up and Aghan himself to be shy, but Moon, hello! Goodbye! And got himself away, a very quick blink away. Very happy he used Force Staff to get closer. OG bailing out of Roshan. Moon still, and already triggered the Firefly with a haste string. I'll see Forever a little bit further down. The Naga Illusions will start their scouting too. Naga Illusions, Terrorblade Illusions, everything they've got to see MVP's movements.
Same with MVP, they're trying to use Alka Illusions, Plate Ward to get the jump on the OG supports. 2 being so crucial to take down early on in the fight.
Miracle needs to farm for a little bit. He's only a couple of hundred short of finishing up that scythe device. But they'll have an extra disable when Forev jumps in as an instant control to stop the Chronosphere.
I am very worried for Forev.
Doesn't really seem to be a fun game for him at all as Radiant Warrior. That's a big one. They tried to keep it up. That was the purchasing of that Aghanim set for a Venomancer. Also makes it very difficult for QO just to get the easy Axe purchase. Doesn't really have a slot where he wants to carry around a point booster on him, so he has to wait for 3 minutes for the courier to come back up again.
Absolutely an important point for OG. I don't think MVP have any more smoke, so I'm not sure how they're going to get the jump on OG. I think they can even like sleep into Scythe now, which is actually pretty devastating if you can get the Faceless Void at the start of the fight. And nothing's going to save them from them, except a defensive Vengeful Spirit Swap or perhaps a quick blink out.
Oh, now it's time for OG. They have smoke still in stock.
The Hex can definitely catch him off guard. He doesn't have a blink though, and it's daytime.
Oh, he just broke the smoke on Notel. He ran inside the pit. Notel's going to move down. Actually, was he even covered by it?
He's going to hang in without.
Yep.
Now they know.
Actually, Riptide. So they know things are awry, but MP, the Sentry Ward is down here as the Venomancer under the cover of Moonlight Shadow. He'll hit the Gale on a Miracle, slowing him up. I still there to hold Miracle's hands, and Costume's also preparing for Alchemist. Jumps forward, they're just trying to harass Miracle. Naga Illusion's making it difficult to walk forward.
Useful throws already.
Now, really, that's early on. Arrow's gonna fly, he needs a good hit. Moon's actually almost walking into it. They'll turn around for Hev. He's still hoping for an opportunity to leap into Chrono, but they're not finding it. Concoction stuns. OG just keep tanking them up.
still with no false promise and no Aegis, they can focus on one of the cores during Chronosphere. Only problem is Naga Siren, is she gonna get caught or not?
Dire Orbs and Sentry being planted by OG. They want to make sure that MVP don't have vision on that hillside, but they can also just commit play chords. There's the vision to MVP. The Alchemist was thinking about having some fun with Roshan, but now he'll think no more of it. It's another 50 seconds until that Fury is back up for MVP. And they really want to get that Aghanim Scepter on the Venomancer.
Jeez, Terrorblade is
that
far.
shot.
That is a full butterfly purchase up for No Tail.
However, no buyback.
Sacrifice you take at a team fight. No monkey, no MKB carriers over an MVP to get around the evasion. Then again, they've got a crap ton of magical damage, which could also just shred him apart if he's not careful. And on time for the Sunder.
Another smoke from OG.
Lot committed early on.
Same smoke for the most important times.
Venomancer already using Gale as well as Veil. Needs to get him out, and Moon jumps forward. But there's no Gem of True Sight on this Bat Rider, so he doesn't see the retreating heroes. That Gem is back over on Crit.
He's had some really good Moonlight Shadows too. Like Venomancer would have been dead on that bottom fight. They did not have Moonlight Shadow under him.
Still up for OG. I think Miracle wants to go for a play. Jump forward. Anson Hex. MP. 5 hits from Miracle. And you'll find a solo kill on MP.
You felt was my intellect.
Do MVP still want to fight? This Roshan is really important, but
it is. But without the Venomancer, okay, he's going to buy back, BT forward. The action is being pressed by Q over. Moves 3 to 5. He grabs Benny. The Chronosphere. Catches Miracle and Move. But now the Song of the Siren. It stops the fight for the moment. Trent will turn off the song, and now they start fighting again. Nortel looking for the damage. Miracle, he'll be protected primarily by Fly, but MVP, they've managed to disengage. So he's surviving through the false promise. A nice on a Nortel. Even the Gale on a Miracle. He'll be 4 stars forward, looking for that hit on the Dubu. 4 stars away, the extra shot for ending the fight. 2-0 now needs to go big. Nortel tunnels away all of the line. 2-0 so low. Miracle! Another one left! MP needs to push him back with Concoction. As well as the Nova connecting on Miracle, there's still not enough damage to bring down this OD. So he 4 stars forward, looking for the hit on the MP, but he just can't reach him in time.
fight from Miracle. He just went in there. No false promise, no problem. And nice self-astral there to buy his own team some time. And Crit always with the saves on the Song of the Siren. We're having a really difficult time locking heroes down in OG while they are not left.
It's a nightmare game for the Matrix Void. Starting with the initial Chronosphere, Alchemist, okay. Arrow's gonna fly in, looking for a good target. 5 seconds on over on the OD. Concoction as well, Semi jumping in. Nice damage with the Southpaw, but now Moon's gonna make it pay the price. Drag back in, a Miracle would get another kill. They still want Roshan, but the Alchemist illusion. Missed chances. OG just can't do this MC. They're underneath the acid spray.
And he's got full HP from that Alchemist illusion. Thunder only being 40 seconds cooldown, why not? That like 30.
Or MVP's finally going to give this up. They split the lanes. Remember, MVP still have a small advantage with momentum goes on the top lane. Heroes going to try and bump that in a little bit further.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They didn't see that initiation again. Miracle. The timing was just too easy. He had all the time in the world to keep attacking against QO, and then that Thunder from Nortel. They follow off Eclipse.
3-man Eclipse.
It's devastating. That time you wish BKB would actually save you from the Thunder.
So Naga Siren has completed the Acceptor. 10% health per second. 7 seconds.
They have all the life, they have all the mana. He just needs to hit his level 16 on Naga. Maybe it's time to buy up a couple of tomes for her. He can have it on a cooldown of only 1 minute.
Now they have severe issues in dealing with the Terrorblade. They've been putting most of their firepower onto the OD, but now Terrorblade combined with False Promise, Thunder, Ag's Heal from Naga. Pretty much 4 lives.
How do you even do that? Like, you almost need to pick off one hero when they're away from OG, but you can't do vision up.
They don't have
the gem of OG is taking everything from them.
They need more bursts on the Mirana to deal with her. Like EP Dagon, I think, would be sufficient to deal with the Terrorblade. If you do it too slowly, the Pasty Dig and Purifying Flames will heal him up, or he'll Thunder.
Now you've also got extra protection You got a Lotus Orb that's been picked up by Moon. So you try and go for that initiation, it may just get reflected or broken.
They just don't have enough burst right now or enough lockdown.
Febby, run now. The Blink Dagger and Leap is available for him. He'll leap to start with, Blink Dagger further, and Force up, then the TP, the Flame Break! It reaches him up in the corner. Moon read it perfectly. Febby Darrow will go astray, and he understands there is no way to survive this. Moon even dancing a circle around him. Before Fly will kill Secure with a Purifying Flame.
Miracle down himself though.
Yep, correct. However, Miracle doesn't carry by himself. There's not enough life. So with the swamp tap. Miracle still got cheese and marble. Kill takedown 2. Follow up with the imprisonment into a third. Aspen's trying to help out, but now Moon is arrived. Trying for Miracle. Follow the swamp and then the cheese. And the excellent. A triple kill for Miracle. This man, only 19 years old. But he is well over 9k at this point. Whole QO in position. Where's the attack? Miracle, wait for it. He needs more damage. He doesn't have it. He can't attack BKB target.
I think he's not able to trap Miracle.
There's
No fast speakers on the site.
Exactly what we expected. Too far out. Gonna get it done. Gonna get control. Down on top of him. Carabao will find the kill. The buyback's really not there for MVP. Only faces Void Hazard. By the time the Venomancer is back up, OG may have taken 1 lane of rank, if not 2. Push is still so strong. Alchemist, Concoction, Astray. Everything you've got trying to slow down OG's attack. The upside is Miracle is still terrible at bringing down rank. The upside for Miracle is, however, he's really great at killing up here, especially when Duo comes this far forward. He's still got 40 stolen points of intel. The swap back for Rev. Almost dying for minutes. But he's already found the Terrorblade kill on VS. And this will be a second lane of rags in favor of OG MVP, rallying the defenses. They spend as much as they can. The lead force, the concoction stuff, no count. Now 3-man corner, nice for Rev. But the song of the siren's gone. The only thing left for OG is the Aegis the Immortal. There's 4 players grouped up. No power wants to fight. Make more copies, make more kills. QO surrounded by OG. And this really is OG's home. It used to belong to MVP, but they can just stand their ground as long as they want to. With no tier 2 towers up, OG can just keep bringing down racks after racks. And MVP are always playing with 1 man down at least.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
No hope for them this game. Whether it'll be for game 3, will there be another out or heavy farmer or keep them one spot out? I think they have a lot more fight with the early style. They just made, like, they didn't stack that well for the Alchemist, like a lot of missed spells. You only have like 1 big team fight the Ultimate, like the basic points, you have to hit those when it matters the most. It's a great individual play of OG. I think Crit in particular, like not getting punished was huge.
And Naga Siren really did just help OG reset everything. But MVP, they're not done yet. They fight to the end. This is the MVP way for Red. However, well, the swap back can be there with the Son of the Miracle. So for Red, can try and walk up a little bit of damage. The Junior sacrifice himself. QO trying to find the front line. Strip comes in. There's your last move from the room. They hold the big man in place. And they get the GG. OG will force this best of 3 into a decider. After MVP and OG, they went hammer and tongs. This game, it seems a lot more cool, calm, and collected from both sides. MVP slowing down the pace. Is that actually something they really wanted to do against OG? Like, I know they had the